Hey everyone, welcome to another lecture. It's going to be a very short demonstration on the importance of your deepeners and testing your work. In the following three clips you're about to see, you're going to see me use a deepener which may be different from traditional deepeners. Essentially what I'm doing is I'm having the client remember a very, very happy time, a very joyous time, and using that emotion to further put her deeper into trance. Now, this really works well because usually when people are first being hypnotized, they're a bit nervous and they kind of want to go deep inside themselves to get away from the experience. So, the best way to do that is to give them an experience that makes them feel really good. And what better way to do that than to have them remember a memory or a time when they're really, really happy? When you keep compounding this, it'll allow them to go deeper into the experience and deeper create the trance. The second deepening technique you're going to see is a very traditional one in which I use the arm levitation. You may have seen this in stage shows many, many times. I like this because it gives you a very quick, tangible feedback as to whether they're being responsive to the deepener. The tips I have to provide here is that when you are using arm levitation, make sure to visualize in your mind the experience of how you want her to respond, and also visualize the balloons actually on the arm. You see, the subconscious mind is literally in sync with your mind. So if in your mind you're visualizing her arm full of balloons, lifting her up, lifting the arm upwards, the subconscious mind is going to pick up on that. Now, I know traditional hypnotists will tell you that's not true, and all hypnosis is nothing more than self-hypnosis. However, through my personal experience, that is not correct, and that there is a subconscious rapport going on, a telepathic rapport. So if you do visualize what you want the person to see, then they will pick up on that. The third thing you're going to see is me testing for something called the Eisdell state. In the Eisdell state, remember, it is common for someone to have a catatonic response. In other words, you can lift up their arm in any position you want without saying anything, and the arm will stay there. And also on the very end, you'll see me kind of pull on her arm to make it very, very hard and stiff. Usually when this happens in an Eisdell state, the person's skeletal muscles will instantly kick in place, and the arm will become very stiff and rigid like a board. Afterwards, I tap the arm gently, subconsciously giving her the message to relax the arm and put it back down, and that's the end of it. So hopefully this gives you a little background of what you're watching. I encourage you to use these tests yourselves when you're doing deepening or putting into somnambulism or Eisdell state. If you have any questions, please feel free to let me know in the comments below. If you like what you see, please like the video and subscribe. And if you want to learn more, please sign up for my course. Thank you. 7. Once again, that happiness doubles, and you feel absolutely amazing. And 8. Even more, doubling once again. And 9. Feeling absolutely wonderful. And 10. Feeling really happy. Really, really, really happy. Now you're going to notice something really interesting happens as you start to feel even happier and happier. It starts to turn into laughter. You feel really laughter. As I once again count from 1 to 10, that happiness is going to increase and turn into laughter. Where you're just going to feel so happy and funny. You're just going to have this desire to laugh. 1. Even more. And you just feel like so hilarious. Like for some reason you don't understand why, but you just something's just really, really funny. 2. And the more you laugh, the deeper you go, and you just feel really good. You feel absolutely wonderful. And 3. Funnier and funnier, and this laughter just feels so wonderful. It's like a celebration of life. It's just so funny for some reason. And 4, it's doubling even more. And as it continues to double, it feels even better. And 5, doubling once again. And it's just really funny for some reasons, like a combination of happiness and laughter, like when you've laughed the hardest you've ever laughed. Now, as I continue to talk to you, I'm going to show you something really, really interesting. Your arm just feels very, very light. It's as if air is lifting it up. And as I talk to you, I want you to imagine a bunch of balloons attached to your wrist. You're going to notice a very interesting sensation, like hundreds of balloons, red, yellow, blue, red. And you're going to find that it'll feel like they're pulling your arm upwards. And you're going to notice your arm is going to start to move upwards by itself as you feel these balloons. Hundreds of balloons tied to your wrist. And those balloons just want to pull upwards into the sky. And as they're pulling upwards into the sky, you can feel your arm just wanting to move upwards with them. And more balloons, and more balloons. There must be hundreds of balloons in the sky. As they start to pull upwards, you can feel your arm start to move upwards. And as your arm begins to move upwards, it feels lighter, and lighter, and lighter, and lighter, moving upwards more, and more, and more. And now sleep, relax your arm and go eat. Absolutely good. Just enjoying how wonderful that experience is. Feeling absolutely incredible for you. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely awesome for you. Very, very good. Relaxing your arm. Even deeper now. Continuing to go even deeper. Feeling really, really wonderful. As I tap your shoulder now,